What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of Power Book 4 Force Season 1, Episode 7, Outrunning the Ghost. First of all, let me tell you something. It is something that's going on in this show that I really don't like. I said, why y'all got this lady locked up like this? Anyway, first of all, when the episode starts up, we see this girl, this woman coming into a club, like she walking and doing all the little sashaying and everything. She real feminine with it, with her dress on and all that stuff, hair long and all that, going into like a little Spanish papi mami kaki, reggaeton ass club. Let me tell you something, those be jamming, bitch. Jimming on the one, jimming on the one. Tequila. Let me stop. I don't mean nothing. It's just jokes. But listen, Chica came up in there. I said, "Who the fuck is this?" Now, bitch, at first I was like, "What is Claudia doing up in this?" And then I said, "Hold up, bitch, that better not be Liliana." Girl, that was Liliana. I said, "Oh, girl, you cleaned up nice, okay? You know, had her hair all sleeked down or whatever, had that big ass scar on her face. Now, mama, how come you haven't, invested in trying to go get that sky like fixed or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure it's some surgery or something that you could do to do that. But I mean, I guess it gives you a little bit of character. But I mean, everybody knows who you are. You can't hide. They're looking for the girl with the scar on the face. Okay, fix that. But she go over there to this dude, and told old girl to leave, and she just sit down, put the dahlia on her lips, and then just kissed him. I said, now when y'all filmed this in the day of pandemic, okay? And the whole time, even if it wasn't that, y'all just going up kissing strangers like this? What? They did that for like the first fucking 2-3 minutes of the episode. I said, excuse me, this is nasty. This is why I don't go to clubs like that. And when I do, I stay to my persons. Y'all already know I had an issue when I went to a concert when that woman put her hands all over me, and I did that bitch, she accosted me, okay? To be honest. She invaded my personal space. Bitch, don't put your lips on me. Don't put your hands on me if I don't invite you, okay? But everybody was high as hell. It's just hitting them. Whoa, dude. I was like, hold on. Do I want to try it? No, I don't. I said because I feel like it's going to have some adverse side effects that we didn't see coming because we don't see it now. It's probably going to hit you later. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be like fucked up. Probably going to hit you like weeks later, years later. You just don't know because this is a new thing. Meanwhile, Tommy is up there talking to Claudia, and basically he wants to get it out there more. Okay? He wants to lower the price. He wants to put out more demand, get more demand than they have supply. Okay, y'all know economic supply and demand and all that stuff they gotta meet. Okay, we have to have the supply that meets the demand. He's trying to drive up the demand so we can get some more people to come by so we can make some more supply. All right, but we have to make it so that everybody can be able to get it. Not just, the high-end customers that where Claudia wants it. Claudia wants it to be like this fashionable, exclusive, elite type of drug that not everybody can get their hands on. Tommy is thinking about it as, listen, I want it to be everywhere. He is literally trying to take over Chicago. Okay. And I'm just like, I don't know how this gonna work, Tommy. I understand what you're trying to do, but you moving a little bit too fast for me, okay? Because it was one scene when he was in there talking to the chemist, and basically you got her, the chemist, Claudia, and Liliana and Tommy up in there. First of all, they got her prisoner. These white folks got that black lady up in there prisoner. I don't appreciate it. Okay, Tommy, you think you 1% nigga. Okay, I'ma just put that out there. No, I ain't even gonna say by association. You probably do his DNA test. It's probably 0.7%, 0.07% up in there. So he using that, and I'm sitting here like, no, Tommy, let this lady go. This is not right, okay? Because no, let this lady go, bitch. He was like, first of all, you ain't gotta say. I said, damn, she the one that's making the product, and he not even listening to what she trying to say. He up here trying to make it so that break it down a little bit more, make it a little bit easier to accessible, for. He want the crackheads to get it. He want this person to get it because he wants it to be able to compete with heroin and cocaine. Because, if it's too high, ain't nobody gonna want to get it because it's too hot. We gonna go to the cheap shit. You know what I'm saying? But what Miss Chemist lady is like, if we break it down any more further, it's gonna make it easier for people to try to knock it off and get and fuck it up. And then it's not going to be exclusive and it's going to be just a fad. We don't want it to be that. Tommy ain't listening. Claudia is on the chemist side. Okay. Liliana, of course, is on Tommy's side. So at this point, it's like, you know, Miss Chemist don't get no say. Okay. So it's 2 against 1. I said, this fucked up. They got mommy up in there, just locked up in there. You know, he was like, and don't you know we got a cold or something. You can't get out. I said, what? What? Tell me, let this lady out. Okay, Liliana come up in there talking about something. You know, trying to talk to her. You know, they rapping off about the drug and everything, and you know the chemical breakdown, the molecular bonds and stuff. Bitch, I hated chemistry. Okay, there you go. I hated chemistry, bitch. When I got to science, okay, biology, ace that bitch. Okay, physics, ace that bitch. Chemistry. Girl, I said, what the fuck is a D? I said, give me at least a C plus, okay? Because this, I don't think I'm gonna get a B out of this shit. Because molecular bonds, ions, girl, ain't nobody got time for all of that shit. I'm not finna be mixing stuff and making stuff, okay? Like, just give me the C plus so I can get the fuck up out of here. All right, imagine that was up in high school, okay? I didn't even bother up in college, you know? I said, girl, what is this that you talking about? Liliana was like, yeah, you know, and that's why I couldn't replicate it. She was like, I know I made it so that nobody can find out what the thing is. I said, see, Miss Girl is smart. Miss Girl is smart. But she was like, listen, y'all gonna have to let me the fuck go, okay? I need you to convince him to let me go. She was like, you ain't finna go nowhere. I said, Liliana, would you want this to be happening to you, to be locked up against your will? No, ma'am, okay? Let the girl, she was like, listen, I've never missed a day of work. People are gonna start, you know, wondering what's going on because I ain't never missed a day of work. Liliana said, bitch, you want to go start? I said, hold up now, Liliana. She is trying to help y'all out. Granted, the bitch might run, but at this point, given how crazy she's already seen Tommy and Claudia be, I don't think she crazy enough to do that, okay? I think Miss Lady do value her life, all right? But she was like, give me your phone. What's the name of your manager, your boss or whatever? Liliana get up on there and she calls the boss and give her a day off. I said, ooh, you done fucked up her perfect attendance record. That's messed up. I'd be pissed about that. And then she was like, well, wait a minute. I need to go to a dinner. She was like, bitch, a dinner? She was like, yeah, it's a date. I mean, a third date, you know. I really like him. I was like, oh, it's a date. It's a date. And she was like, you was planning to get you some. I said, Liliana, let her go for that. Y'all got her stressed out. Let her relieve herself. Damn. Okay? She can't even catch a nut in private. Girl, Liliana looked like she was going to let her do it because at one point she did say, you can't get none up in a dress like that. I was like, oh, so what you going to do? Tommy come up in there. Oh, don't mind me. Continue talking what you talking. Go ahead. If you want to put the bitch out there on a date or whatever, then you going with her. I said, Tommy, I'm gonna need you to calm down a little bit. Tommy, you getting beside yourself a little bit, bro. Okay. Meanwhile, Mr. Jannard gotta go. I'm sorry at this point. Now, Jannard, I thought we was coming to a turn. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was coming back home to Poppy, you know, to my baby daddy, and you just not. You just not because you still want Tommy to be done. And I was like, why are you doing it so much? Okay, because you really feel like Tommy got this influence over your brother because your brother don't want to do the shit that you trying to do. You are being sloppy and your brother is actually thinking. Plus, you a cokehead, okay? That's what it is. Matthew, did y'all see who he was sitting there talking to? Black? If you watch The Shy, y'all know that's Jake's brother. Okay? Now, see, The Shy ain't been the same ever since Jake's brother got since what happened to Jake's brother, okay? I don't want to spoil it for some of y'all that ain't synced it. But, anyway, I was like, ooh, you look a little, okay. And, I was like, know that face. Bitch, your hair grew out. That's what it is. Okay. But then the little JP son and his little friend come up in there trying to do this little idea of, you know, being curious. What is it? Curious? Yeah, that fancy shit. I said fancy shit, bitch. The public school system failed. Y'all, when did y'all drop out? Because obviously you weren't paying attention and then you dropped out early because you didn't know that courier was not a fancy ass word. All right, all right, all right. Meanwhile, they trying to come up with some plans to, do some drug deal or whatever with old boy, the other boy, cousin out there in Gary, Indiana. Cause I don't know, that's where the drugs be flowing, Gary, and all. I'm not gonna put that out there. And Diamond just like it's too much stuff that goes into that, too many loose ends, too many factors that can fuck it up, and it's just not worth the risk. So we not doing it. Jannard is pissed, okay, because Jannard said yes, Diamond said no. But Jannard is like, listen, little boy, we can do it if you do what the fuck I told you to do. Because I want Tommy gone today. I said, it ain't gonna happen. Now, see, you brother, but I hate to see a black man down. But somebody gonna have to do something to Jannard, okay? And then come to find out. Now, remember when I said that shit about his ear? I don't understand why. Did they ever, excuse me, because I got a little excited. Did they ever explain why his ear was a cauliflower / mushroom ear? Mind you, come to find out, that's a prosthetic ear. And I was like, you know what? I had to go back and look at Ballers when he was on it. I said, bitch, you are fucking right. It's a prosthetic ear. Now, what was the point of that? Y'all just trying to be different? Okay. Anyway, I said, Jannard, you gonna have to go. They downstairs talking about they shit or whatever in a basement, and he was like, what you doing here to the little boy? And he basically like, yeah, I'm gonna get it done. Don't worry about it. It's all to the good. Next thing you know, because Tommy did get a text from JP saying that he needed him to come over there and see. They need to meet up. We get this whole scene with the daddy, Walter looking at some pamphlets, baby. Walter got lung cancer. I said, oh, it ain't just bronchitis. It ain't just bronchitis, okay? Everybody was, he don't want to tell nobody. He's ripping out the papers. He's throwing it in the fire. He's burning it. Paulie comes in there like, what's good? Everything okay? He was like, yeah, everything's good. We need to ramp up some security or whatever just in case the Serbs hit back at us. And he was like, what the fuck the Serbs gonna hit back at us for? Because he came at my son and I'm doing what the father would do. Bitch, I thought I was just about to attempt that accent, but I thought of rocks. Because if you watch Rock's, it's Rock's YouTube channel, and if you watch her review for Power Force, baby, when she do Walter, I cannot. When she first did his accent, I fell the fuck out. That lady is so goddamn funny to me. But anyway, I was just like, that was kind of like a dig at Polly if you didn't catch it. A father would do what he needs to do to protect his son. I said, oh, it ain't Polly's fault that well, it could be because he do deal in drugs too. So that's why his son's a crackhead. But anyway, moving on from that, Polly said, okay, he just walked away. I said, you done hurt that man feeling. Meanwhile, you got Vic. Bitch, Vic woke up looking out the window up here talking about, hey, Gloria, what you want for breakfast? What you want for breakfast, okay? We need to get down to the line because it's going to be long at this restaurant or whatever. Bitch, Gloria has gone, left a note by the hallway, and took her stuff and said she gonna be okay. I said, damn, bitch, you got the dick and jetted in the middle of the night like a thief. I said, damn, Gloria, that's kind of fucked up, but I'm here for it. I'd be pissed because, listen, I had to blast them people that came over there, did a little drive-by at me, at you, or whatever, while you was laying on that ground, and I'm the one that had to protect you. Pop, 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 while you laying there like this. No, you get up. Now I'm mad, okay? She was like, this ain't gonna never work. I ain't gonna never be up in your family. Your daddy ain't gonna never change. This is stupid. I gotta go. I leave. Peace. I said, ooh. He gonna call her like she really finna answer the phone. I said, that's over and that's done with. Move the fuck on, baby boy. Move on. So Tommy meets up with JB and basically JB wanted an apology, okay? Well, Tommy was trying to get an apology for the way that he came at him. He was like, listen, I could have said things a little bit different. I learned that from Dr. Phil. You know what I'm saying? But JB wanted the two words, okay? And he got his little apology. Tommy didn't necessarily say, I'm sorry. But at the same time, something happened to Miriam, their grandmother, where she had a stroke or aneurysm, a stroke and an aneurysm or something. So she's down bad. And JB talked about something, well, I think it's time that we call Kate in. I said, you finna bring Kate on the show? If that happened, I'ma just gag because Tommy can't stand that bitch no more, all right? And JB is like, listen, she gave me up right at the beginning, and I still can forgive her. This about family or whatever. I said, nah, bruh. He was like, what exactly did she do to him? Tommy said, you know, was running after a ghost or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Keep running after a ghost, looking for a ghost and all this stuff. And I'm just like, JB, that's a road that you don't want to go down. I know you want to know who your mommy is, but no, ma'am, you better off, okay? Because she'll probably come in and fuck your life up and slurp you dry too. Anyway, we get this whole thing with Flynn. He trying to tell Vic and Claudia, we finna put some security on you. We finna put some security on you, okay? Claudia whole thing is, why you need to put security on me? I could take care of myself. He basically like, no, you can't. You ain't nothing but a little ass girl, okay? And the way that he talks to her, it's as if she's like a little damsel in distress. She can't take care of herself. She can't do anything by herself. She needs a big man to protect her. You know, you're not built for the street like Vic is, okay? What you gonna do if something happened to you and all this shit? She was like, well, then if that's the case, you want me to protect myself, give me a fucking gun. He was like, listen, little girl, you wouldn't even know what to do with a gun. You couldn't even pull the trigger. I said, bitch, Dottie Flatton, you don't know, da. You don't know your daughter like we know your daughter, okay? Your daughter done got 2 bodies on her right now, okay? And she pulled the trigger on one, okay? She did it before, and she ice picked another one, okay? So she good with the hands for right now, okay? She said, bitch, you never know what will come out of me. I said, oh, when push comes to shove, bitch, you never know what the fuck I do. I said, daddy, that would have sent chills down my spine that my little girl is telling me all this shit. I had to sleep with one eye open like, oh, is she coming into the room? What's going on? Okay, because it's just not working. I was like, give her a gun. Okay, gonna tell Vic, go ahead and put 2 bodies on her, 2 securities on her. Meanwhile, you got Tommy walking down the street, and then all of a sudden, D-Mac, that's his name. He come around and Tommy turns around and was like, the fuck you doing? Okay, you been following me, whoever the fuck it is that you telling who following me or whatever. What you need to do is tell him that I'm here, I ain't going nowhere. And he was like, yo, I ain't finna do nothing. I'm just trying to warn you, okay? Like, you need to keep that peace on you, because Tommy did flash that he had a gun. And he was like, who coming after me? Diamond, Janara. He was like, I ain't finna say all that, but I need you to keep that peace on you, and I need you to stay protected. I was sitting here like, oh, D-Mark. He said, that's my uncle. He don't know that's his uncle, but he know that's something to his daddy, so he ain't finna do nothing. He is warning him and taking up a family and don't even realize it. I said, okay, I like you. Please don't let nothing happen to that little boy. Please don't let nothing happen to him, because I'm going to be really upset. He's only 16 years old, okay? You know, meanwhile, you got Claudia and Liliana up in there talking about the investments, talking about the drugs and all this stuff at her little penthouse. But then Claudia straight up said, so how long you know Tommy? You know him really well. She was like, yeah, I mean, I've been rolling with him for a minute. Was like, y'all fuck? I said, oh, wait a minute, Claudia. Way to get straight to... Now, see... The people that get straight to the questions and what we really don't beat around the bush, I like that, okay? That's all I want to know. Y'all fuck? Liliana got uncomfortable as hell. And I said, no, they don't. To be honest, I don't even think Liliana like dick, okay? Because she just don't give me that. So these girls come in. I said, what are these escorts or whatever? Girl, these the girls that they hired. You know, I guess it's supposed to be cute girls. They're supposed to attract, you know, the big players or whatever. You know, when they go to the clubs, they sign the NDAs and, you know, they supposed to be dispersing of the dahlia, okay? They only supposed to put a little bit on the lip, okay? So that they can get a little taste, so that they can want to buy some more, all right? So they give them a taste and all this stuff, you know. And it was like, if you get in trouble, and first of all, because if they get caught with it, it's not enough to, you know, get charged with distribution. You know what I'm saying? So they gave them a number to call and all that if they get caught up. And then when she dispersed them, it was this little blonde-haired girl. Now, I was thinking Claudia was about to keep her for herself, because it's been a minute since we seen Claudia get her nuts off, okay? But no, she was like, listen, I need you to get me a girl, the red-haired girl for my brother, okay? I said, oh, what you about to do to Vic? You about to set him up with a little thing? You know, Liliana listening to this, she was like, mental faculty, let me put that in my Rolodex, okay? Next thing you know, she up there with Miss Chemist. Miss Chemist is being stressed then, okay? Because they got her trying to find this compound or whatever, break the whole thing down, restructure the molecules and all this or whatever, take the stuff out of there that makes the product glow. Tommy comes up in there like, what is going on? She was like, no, we can't take the thing that's out of there. We can't take the compound that makes our product glow, because that's what sets it apart from the rest of the other stuff that's out there. He said, don't even worry about that, all right? And I was just like, at this point, I just want to free the girl. Free the girl, all right? And then Liliana got to get ready for the date. Tommy and her out there talking, about everything that's going on with old girl. She just telling him she is tired. She's been locked up in there for hours trying to come up with this situation. And the reason why he got Liliana keep on asking her all these questions is so that Liliana can watch what she's doing so that she can duplicate it, and they won't have to use old girl. But they can't come up with nothing. See, I don't know if the chemist knows this, but that is what Liliana's sole purpose is. So she can find out what she's using, how to make the stuff herself, and disperse it in smaller doses, or I say simpler doses or whatever, or I should say simple compounds. And Tommy get to talking about this whole story about, everybody got a piece of the pie. He just want to make something his, even Ghost did this thing and did that thing. And, people wanted to go different directions. He just wants something that's here. I said, fuck all of that, Tommy. Okay? I don't like how you treated Miss Lady. Miss Chemist Lady ain't act to be up in this. All right? I could see if she wanted to, but you doing this against her will, and I don't like it. Mind you, she came out. I said, oh, girl, who clothes you got on? They tight, they fitting, whatever. You got a little shape. And Liliana was like, you look good in my clothes. Tommy said, it amazes me how y'all women can share the same clothes and it fit. I said, bitch, now Liliana and Miss Girl don't have the same shape, so how the fuck? All right, you make do with what it is. And he was like, y'all finna go on this date. Make sure y'all back at this hour. She said, bitch, what? He said, you ain't think that you was gonna go by yourself. She said, at one point I did. Girl. Let's just get to the date. Miss Kim is sitting at the table with her date. He was like, I'm glad that we was able to come out and we was actually able to have this. She was like, I am too. And Liliana was sitting right next to her. I was so mad. I said, Liliana, you could have sat in the table right in front of her or behind her to just keep an eye on her. You ain't had to sit right there next to her gonna lie, say you her second cousin from Miami. I said, bitch. Y'all are on one. Meanwhile, we get to the club, all right? We in the club. Okay, no Danny the Kane. Anyway, they up in the club, girl. The first thing that we see is Vic. Vic is down bad. He got a whole bottle of whiskey, Jack Daniels, or whatever the fuck it is. I just know it's gone. And I'm pretty sure he drank the whole thing. All right, he looking at pictures of Gloria and him and keep on texting her and she ain't responding. I said, oh, that's a lot of blue bubbles that's not getting responded to. Let it go, boo-boo, let it go. I said, this lady got you straight twisted, boo. That's what you got. I said, go home, Vic. Meanwhile, Miss Redhead come up in there and see him and text Gloria, Claudia, and was like, listen, I see your brother. She said, go get him. I said, oh, let's go get him, B. What you about to do? What you about to do? Meanwhile, here come Jannard, Black, and oh boy, that's D-Mac's son, D-Mac's friend. I was about to say D-Mac's son. The other little boy that was with D-Mac. And I'm sitting here like, first of all, how old is he? And you could tell that he's young. If D-Mac is 16, he probably around the same age, 15, 16, and he's very much acting like it. All right, he ain't never been in the club before. He ain't never seen all this ass before. He ain't never seen all these beautiful women before. And I said, oh, I would have had to tell him to go sit in the car because he's just doing too much, okay? There's one thing to be lit, but he's just extra witty. Like, come on, you got to be fucking low key. Like, make it seem like you somebody or whatever. Calm that shit down. Be cool with it. All right? This lady come past you. He was like, oh, what's up, Miss Lady? Your ass an onion like that just made my eyes water. And it was like, you know what? That's too much woman for you, okay? Jannard throw a little line or whatever. She was like, you know what? You need to take it from the little youngin because I like his line better. I said, oh, all right. And she still walked away from both their asses. Meanwhile, They sitting up in the club, popping bottles. The little boy choking on the alcohol. I said, you must have been used to drinking that cheap shit, cause that's how come you gagged on the real stuff. The top shelf stuff. Okay. Next thing you know, they sit down. This motherfucker bring out a freaking phone trying to take a picture. Let's take a picture. I said no. Now anything we learned from Power Book 2, Ghost, and DGT, quit taking pictures and putting your shit on social media. Black said, would you come the fuck there and act like you been somewhere? Shit, you don't do no shit like that. I said, I know that's right. Meanwhile, they took his ass to go do some shit, and he just, Jannar, you the man, you this. I said, shut up. Meanwhile, this other girl come up there to him, because he was like, who is that? It was almost as if the boy ain't never seen a beautiful woman in real life. And he's just so open up, eyes wide open. I was like, calm down. Jesus, go beat your meat in the bathroom or something. Like, you're just doing a lot. But old girl came over there, put that shit on her lip, and kissed Jannard, and Jannard just went to heaven. I said, he already got alcohol in his system, most likely got coke in his system. Now he got Dahlia in his system. Baby, he dealing with a whole bunch of substances that night. He's really rolling, okay? Meanwhile, Diamond up in the he up in the barbershop with Miss Girl. What's her name? Andriana. A bitch, okay, the bitch I don't trust. And this is where I realized that I truly don't trust her, because she giving us a story about how, my daddy used to take me to the barbershop. He used to be embarrassed when he hear the people talking about sex and stuff. Even when he was a bald-headed nigga, he still used to take me to the barbershop. And you want to know one thing that I learned? Damn, and laying up in that chair, and she up there taking the little razor blade, the blade and everything. She said, never lie to a woman that got a blade in her hand. I said, what you about to do to my man? And then she was like, also that men lie. And he was like, I mean, yeah, that's true. Men do lie. She was like, you got secrets? He was like, I mean, I got some, but I ain't finna tell your ass. I said, why you acting like this? What type of foreplay is this? And what you trying to get to? Is you any relation to Bennigan, the cop? Do you know Keisha, the one that got fucked up on them drugs that Bennigan brought up? Because I'm trying to understand where you come from. Your titties just popped out of nowhere. And I said, oh. And I said, damn it, go to town, but I want you to be careful, okay? Because I don't trust this bitch. And at first I was like, damn, did y'all at least close the blinds? But he did close the blinds when he first came in. I said, oh, okay. Because her titties was really out there. So Tommy and JP, they go up into the club, the same club that everybody gets in that night. And of course he see Vic up in there. Then see, JB was like, because earlier he was saying he's still trying to get on Tommy's team. He was like, listen, you can run the drugs or whatever, laundering the money and all that stuff through the club. I'm doing this so that I can keep my daddy thing in the family name and all that stuff. Tommy don't want to do that. But his whole night changed because he saw Vic there. Liliana had let him know that Claudia was doing some little sad shit and it involved Vic. And so when he saw Vic there talking to the girl and all high as hell, he felt some type of way. His night was ruined, so he left. Vic is over there just high. Okay, that Dahlia hit his ass and it hit his head hard. See, this is scary to me. At this point, Miss Girl is still trying to come up with this whole thing, and she can't break the code. They trying to jailbreak the freaking Dahlia. That's what it is, okay? And at one point they thought that they had it, but they didn't, and, Claudia is concerned about Tommy. Is he always on 11 and all of this stuff? And, Liliana trying to reassure her everything is cool. The reason why he's doing the things that he's doing. She was like, yeah, you can trust Tommy. But see, Tommy got pissed the fuck off because when he came over there outside the place where Claudia is at, where the chemist is at, you got the two bodyguards. First of all, they're pissed off at the fact, at least one is pissed off that they got to babysit her. And he gets out. Next thing you know, Tommy shoots both of them. I said, now, Tommy, what the fuck? He thought that Claudia had them, involved the family for real, for real. She didn't know nothing about the security guys because, even though she had that conversation with the daddy, she didn't think that they was going to go ahead and put the security guys on her. So she didn't know, literally. But at this point, this is like showing Tommy that he really can't trust her, because even Liliana told Tommy, you can't trust her. I told you can't trust the bitch, okay? Because she's doing, this is not the first time she's done something outside of him, because he's pissed off about Vic. You know, you're not supposed to be involving him in any of this, okay? So now she's trying to prove that she's not gonna do that anymore. You can trust her, but we really can't. This is the street life. This is the drug game. Nobody can trust anybody. There is no trust. So I don't know what Tommy was trying to look for. Meanwhile, Jannard is in there fucking that girl in the car, okay, high as hell. He trying to figure out where that stuff come from. Give me some more and tell me who doing it. She was like, I can lead you to it, but I ain't gonna tell you who get it. I said, ooh, all right. Next thing you know, the boy name is Marshall. They outside the club. Now, earlier, Jannard had said, where is D-Mac? And he was like, I don't know, you know, I ain't talked to him in a minute. And I said, oh, okay, maybe he out there doing his own thing. Come to find out, Marshall didn't tell him nothing. He been keeping shit from him, because D-Mac came up on him in black and was like, motherfucker, you up here posting shit on the Verum and everything. I said, you posting the shit on the internet, putting up your night about where you going and what you doing, who you doing it with, when they just told your ass don't do that shit. He done knocked his ass out. Next thing you know, Marshall done put a gun to him, talk about something, we ain't friends no more. The Indiana deal was my deal. That's my family, and you ain't in it no more or whatever, because I'm tired of you talking down to me. I'm tired of you doing... I said, little boy, you got a taste of the little nightlife or whatever. Now you feel like you big and bad. You gonna be gone soon. You not gonna be around. I said, D-Mac, go ahead and go do what you gotta do. And I said, you dumb fuck. Now see, Black should have fucked his ass up later on. He should have got punished for that, because what you don't do is pull out a gun in the busy streets of goddamn downtown Chicago. I said, you could have got and fucked up their whole night. Got them all locked up because you up here can't even just fight with your hands. I said, this little boy, he gotta go. Meanwhile, did you see when they go meet up with his cousin? Was that Freddie Gibbs? Baby, if y'all did not see the bust down on Peacock, and Freddie Gibbs was on there, that shit was funny. It's only 6 episodes. You can watch it like in a couple of hours or so. It is funny as hell. But anyway, that motherfucker came over there and that eyeball... Marsha said, you know, he is a little crazy because, you know, he a veteran. And then, you know, because he got injured and all that stuff because he was in the war. And then D-Mac had said earlier, no, he did that shit to himself, okay? Now, why they had his eye over here and the other one right here? I said, what is going on? Because when he was looking at it, I said, is the thing circling around? I said, what is going on? This is crazy. But, you know, just the Gary pipeline. And, of course, they made that shit happen. Jannard set him up with some little, they tried to tough guy talk, okay? And Jannard made it known, this is between me and you. This ain't got nothing to do with CBI. So, let's do what we got to do. He said, okay, cool. Meanwhile, Jannard did try to get Diamond to come in on the Black Dahlia. Y'all look up what the Black Dahlia is. That is an interesting ass case. And now I realize why they call it Dahlia, because the thing is black in the Black Dahlia, baby. That was something, that was a crime out of this world that they still don't know who did it. Trying to get him to get on board with it, telling him the side effects and how clean it was and the best high that he ever had. Diamond don't want to do it because he don't know nothing about it. And he is the only one that is showing caution because he ain't trying to go back to jail. And I'm like, Jannard, why don't you see this? You pushing stuff, you trying to own the whole city or whatever. And he was like, we got enough. We don't need all of this stuff, you know? But also, he is a little bit intrigued because he do talk to Tommy about it. Tommy act like he don't know what he talking about, but Diamond is very much intrigued now. All right. And I said, oh, okay. And Tommy likes that. Tommy likes that he is on board. Come to find out, Miss Adrian, the girl that fucking around with my man, she's a goddamn reporter, okay? A journalist or whatever. She go meet up with her editor or whoever the fuck it is in charge, and basically they were supposed to be doing a story on an expose on the rise and fall of Chicago drug kingpin Diamond Sampson, and how he got out of jail and he rising up that can put him right back in jail. Now the way she said that, it was almost as if she trying to put him, the little white lady was trying to put him back in jail, get him caught up so he can go back to jail. Now I said, bitch, I don't like this. I don't like this. She said, since when is this about Diamond Sampson? Okay, I thought this was about, you know, the inner city youth and black men and all this stuff. And she was like, bitch, if you don't want the story, I can give it to Worthington. She was like, no, I do it. I said, bitch, you better not fuck my man over. Okay, I let you fuck him, but you better not fuck him over. Fuck out of here. Meanwhile, you know, Tommy and Liliana up in their lab having questions and conversation about Miss Chemist. What if she don't break the code? What if she this? I mean, Tommy keep on saying she will, she will. Liliana was like, and even if she do, she know too much. He was like, she will, she will. I said, Liliana, you sounded like even if she break this shit, we still gonna have to take her out. No, put her on payroll. Do not take Miss Lady out because y'all gonna need her later on. All right. But at one point she did thought that she broke the code, but she really didn't. It was going good, but then that thing started foaming up. I said, ooh, don't put that. See what y'all putting up in y'all bodies and y'all don't even know what the fuck it is. But yet y'all scared to take. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. Because motherfuckers will be out here and do some fucking cocaine and it be laced with a whole bunch of shit. But y'all hooping and hollering about the... Let me shut up. Anyway, I'm just saying the logic don't make sense. We put so much other shit that we don't know nothing about so easily, so accessibly in our bodies. But this one, okay. Anyway, moving on from that. Because I'm just thinking about the way that they literally just was kissing people and just putting this shit on their... I said, bitch, you don't know what the fuck that's going to do? Girl, we trust a lot of shit these days. We trust a lot of shit. Y'all would trust a street pharmacist over... Okay, moving on. That's neither here nor there. Delete that rant. But, Vic is down bad. Vic in there with his daddy talk about some lesson. You ain't got to worry about Gloria no more. Okay? Because she done left me. All right? He was like, it's for the best. Daddy trying to sound sympathetic, but he really don't care because the whole thing is he wanted her out the picture. And he said, you know what? I used to blame your ass for this. And I actually blame myself because I always put you over her. Over some fucked up lame ass legacy and ancient ways and shit like that. Okay? For what? He was like, I mean, this it's family. It's your legacy. He said, fuck that. You may be blood, but she home. I said, ooh. I need to use that line on somebody. You may be blood, but that bitch right there, she home. No, let me take that back. But you see that woman right there? This line, she home. Living right here in my corazon. Okay? Ooh, y'all. Yes, I like that. I said, oh, Flynn, this is not the time to be making enemies with your kids. Both your kids hate your ass, and you're about to die. Bitch, you can barely breathe. I said, ain't this about a bitch? You know what? You just can't get up off of it. Meanwhile, at the end of the episode, Miss Lady done cracked the code. Miss Lady done cracked the code. She done jailbroke the stuff, broke it down into another formula, and then broke it into another way that people cannot even break and see what it is to make this stuff. So only her can do it. I said, oh, y'all better keep her around. And he was like, okay, cool, you can go home. All right. She was like, that's cool. I'll be back tomorrow. I said, oh, so you want to come back? She intrigued now. She like, listen, I'm proud of my shit. Tommy said, you don't want to try this? Now, the way he said that, I thought he was trying to come, like, you know, test the shit too. Okay, like if she did some little crazy shit to it or whatever. So bitch, if something happened to us, it's gonna happen to you too. I said, girl, I ain't finna sniff that shit. They all sniffed that shit. I said, what? And at first they was looking like, I said, bitch, they finna die. They finna die. Cause they was just like this. I said, wait, what's going on? Bitch, all of a sudden that changed. I said, oh, y'all like it. I said, oh Lord, look at these crackheads. See, the high gets delayed a few seconds. Now, when the original Dahlia gets it, it hits you instantly. This one, it hits you a couple of seconds later. Bitch, I ain't got time for this. Anyway, that's power. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.